Welcome to Mice Droppings episode 2, and today we're at the Woodlands Event Centre in the Olive Restaurant talking to Simon McMahon about food and sustainability. So tell us about the zero to food waste target that you have at Why Boston Lakes this year.
Yeah, very keen to reduce our food waste, and we set ourselves an ambitious target by the end of 2022 that we'd remove food waste that left site. So one, to hit some of our sustainability targets, but also to cut down on the overall food waste. And the biggest way we're going to try and impact on that, and we're researching it at the moment, is we're looking at large scale compactors so that our food waste can go into these biodegradable compactors. And over a period of time that'll reduce down to a compost or something similar that we can then reuse on site as well. So not only reducing down on heavy lorries, taking off wet food waste off site, but also as a byproduct of that, we'd also have compost to use on our grounds and our golf courses. So yeah, so a win-win for us, hopefully.
And what is the focus with regards to event food for Why Boston Lakes?
So we've obviously seen a large uplift towards healthier styles of eating, and also, just like everyone else, plant-based foods and plant-forward options. So it's been a heavy focus on that to try and encourage that into our menus, make it creative, and put that into all areas as well. So not just on the dinner menus, but having options for breakfast and being creative with lunches and snacks and bits and pieces, and creating little pockets of space that around the venues that are heavily food-based, but in a really healthy, energetic way that is lifestyle orientated.
And how much of your menu is plant-based?
We don't set an exact figure. Obviously, being an event business, we cater towards our client needs, so there's communication that goes on with them. But what our focus has been this year is to go to plant-based, but with that idea of plant-forward menu choosing options, so that people are looking at our menus, they're not overly heavily labelled, we're not identifying what's vegan, what's vegetarian. What we're doing is creating amazing dishes that anyone would look at and go, no, I'm going to have that tonight, and they're not thinking I'm having a vegan option, I'm having a vegetarian option, I'm having a plant-based menu. They're just thinking I'm having an amazing dish, and that's been our real focus this year.
And what is the biggest challenge with regards to food production and food waste?
Just like anything, when you're working in industries and you're feeding lots of people, variety, the volume that you're producing, and in the past, most venues, just like ours, would have been overproducing, because what you didn't want to do is disappoint or slow down service. But with the way we've communicated last year, the way we're communicating this year, where in the past we would have 10% overproduced, we're now 10%, 15% underproducing, communicating to the guests, making the buffets look plentiful, and that's in the dish sizes that we're choosing and the displayware that we're putting out on, but being open and honest and saying, look, if something runs out, it's going to take us 5-10 minutes, we'll replenish it, and being mindful with those menus that we're able to adapt them quickly, change them up, so we're winning on both fronts there. We also have a really good level of communication with our front of house staff and our kitchen teams, so that they're reporting back on items that are not going down as well, things we need to improve on, so that there's a lesser of a waste on that plate to bin, as opposed to filling up on items that we're just wasting all the time, not reporting back. So our communication levels have also been key, as well as the preparation and the appearance of our dishes.
And what about the chef preparation waste?
We've got an excellent kitchen brigade that have been here for many years, and those skills that they've built up with reusing products, putting them into sauces and soups and things like that. We've also got free kitchens on site, so we're very mindful of utilising that option to move stuff around, and just training our chefs and making them aware. We also introduced plastic to waste bins so that the chefs could also see what they were wasting and what they were throwing away, which just on the emphasis of that, we saw a slight reduction down, and more craft skills coming in with the techniques that we're using, and just overall education. That was one of our key areas.